Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I am completely and super late on this bandwagon, but I thought I would review the Urban Decay and Gwen Stefani palette for you guys. This has been out for maybe a month or two, and it was just something that I kept staring at whenever I went into the store, but because it was $58 and because I own every other makeup palette out there right now, I didn't really have a justified reason to getting this palette. It is $58, it is pricey, but with the holidays and stuff, this was my Christmas present to myself, and I'm really excited to review it for you guys because I absolutely love this palette. So let's talk about the packaging really quick because it's probably one of my most favorite part of this whole collaboration. She should design every makeup product that comes out from now on because this is just gorgeous. The box is so luxurious and beautiful, and this is just the box. It's a really cool gold geoprint pattern with the Urban Decay and Gwen Stefani collaborated logo at the bottom. It's just so beautiful. The back has all the shades that you're going to be getting in this palette, and then even the inside packaging is gorgeous. It's polka dotted and pink on the inside. Super contrasted, but just so gorgeous. So I'm gonna get over the box and the packaging and move on to the inside stuff. What's really cool and unique about this collaboration and this new release from Urban Decay is that they give you samples of their lipsticks, shades that Gwen Stefani designed herself. And it's just really cool. These are pretty generous, so you're going to get at least 1 or 2 uses out of each one. You get 4 shades. You get Rock Steady, which is a cream, 714, which is a mega matte, Ex-Girlfriend, which is a sheer, and Firebird, which is a cream. So you get a really nice deep burgundy, a bright red, a nude, and this really cool punky iridescent magenta purple color. Really unique, and this is just really nice for them to include in the palette just to show what Gwen is capable of when it comes to makeup. So let's get on to the main part of this whole video, which is of course the palette. The packaging for the palette itself I'm not really too crazy about. I wish they would have just stuck with the gold geoprint pattern. This just looks like an empty makeup palette that you're gonna have to fill up yourself. But it is really cool. It's very Gwen Stefani. It's nice and sturdy. It has a nice weight to it. It's gold all around. This is a major fingerprint magnet. You can probably see my fingerprints all around the gold rim of the palette, which is kind of gross and I don't know. It's kind of annoying, but I mean, nothing that a wet washcloth won't fix. So you get a nice size mirror and you get 15 eyeshadows. The colors in this palette are just so beautiful. They're so Gwen Stefani because you have your classic nudes where she does her, you know, neutral eyes with a bold lip, and you also have pops of fun color, which she also rocks flawlessly. So I'm gonna get into the shades and just show you what you're getting in this palette. So the first color in here is called Blonde, and this is a really pretty pale beige color. I'm gonna have full swatches on the side for you, but this is a really pretty pale beige, kind of on the yellow side, but I also see like hints of pink in it. Very unique. This is what I have under my brow bone. It's great to brighten up your brow bone and give it a really nice lifted effect. The next color is called Bathwater, and this is another pale beige, but this one definitely has gold undertones and gold iridescence mixed throughout it. And this would also be gorgeous as the inner corner highlight. Next we have a satin. This is called Skimp. This is a really pretty pale nude satin color. Feels really creamy, really soft and buttery, and this is great for blending out your crease color and transitioning it up to your brow bone. Next we have Steady, which is a really pretty satiny rose gold color. It's kind of unique because it's more brown than most rose golds, which has more pinks, but this is gorgeous as a lid color and really unique. I have this on, I think, my lid area. I can't remember what I put on my eyes today, but that's a really gorgeous color. And then the last color in that first row is called Punk. This is a matte brown with major red and kind of burgundy undertones to it. Gorgeous for setting your liner for a really nice pop of color, but it's still dark and sultry. It's also great for darkening up your outer crease for a smoky eye. So that was your first row. We're going to move on to the second row. The first color we have in the second row is called Baby, and this is a really pretty high shine champagne pink color. gorgeous as an inner corner highlight, but also all over the lid as a smoky eye. Next we have Anaheim, which is one of the matte colors. This is a really pretty cool taupe brown, great for blending into the crease to blend out your lid color. And I also think it would be a really great eyebrow color if you were a dark blonde. Next we have Stark, which is another matte. This is a matte nude pink, perfect for your brow bone or just to blending out the crease. The third matte color in here is called Zone, and this is your typical mid-tone brown color. I'm really glad that they included a matte mid-tone brown because I feel like including a black and a champagne color, this is a standard for any eyeshadow palette to complete a whole eye look. This is really gorgeous, great in consistency, super matte and opaque, and just really pretty. And then the last color in this row is called Serious. This is a really pretty charcoal gray with some shimmers in it, and it looks like gold shimmers, but in some lighting it looks like a burgundy shimmer. Really pretty, really unique, also great to set your eyeliner or just to smudge into your outer crease to create a really beautiful smoky gray, smoky eye. And this is a really great color to have in this palette as well. And lastly, we have our last row. The first color in it is called Pop. This is the not disappointing shadow in this palette. It's definitely chunky and glittery, and you feel the chunks of glitter. This is a really pretty pale coral color, but because it's so chunky and glitter, it's really hard to light onto your eye. This is really great as just a glitter overlay for whatever color you're using. Like today, I just put it on top of Steady right into my inner corners, and it just adds a really nice sparkly effect. But if you want to use this color to its full intensity, then definitely use it wet. Spray a little bit of Fix Plus onto your brush and then dab it into this color, and you get this really intense pale coral color that's really gorgeous. So that is Pop. Next we have Harajuku, which is a really cool tone pink, very unique color. I've seen pinks in eyeshadow palettes before, but they were always like baby pink or a soft pink. This is like a rock and roll pink, which is really unique and really pretty. Definitely cool tone, and it's super smooth and satiny, and I just love it. Next is a color that I always get excited about no matter how many palettes I own that has this color in it. It's called Danger, and it's this gorgeous navy cobalt blue with just really pretty dimensions to it. It's definitely a satin, so there's no chunks of glitter to it, but for some reason in some lighting it looks purple and some it looks blue. It's just a really gorgeous navy blue, great for a pop of color. I used this right on the bottom of my lids today for a nice pop of color to my otherwise very neutral smoky eye. The next color is a metallic gold called 1987, and this is a very unique gold. It has lots of green in its undertones, so it's not your typical, you know, bold gold. This is definitely more like a pirate gold where it's kind of more rusty and green looking. Very unique, also great as an inner corner highlight, or if you want to rock it all over your lid as a smoky eye. I think that would look gorgeous. And the last color is your standard matte black called Blackout. Typical matte black, a great black. It's very opaque, very intense, and definitely great for setting your liner to make your liner really dark and matte and just super black. So those were all the shades that are included in this eyeshadow palette. I do want to point out that 3 of these shadows are re-promoted and put into this palette. I believe Skimp is already in the permanent collection, Stark is also one, and Blackout is definitely one because I've seen that in another eyeshadow palette from Urban Decay that I own. So those 3 are the only 3 re-promoted ones, but the other ones are brand new. I think those 3 that were already in their permanent collection or in other palettes were 3 that she really loved and wanted to include in this palette, which I think was really smart because all 3 are very standard and kind of important in any smoky eye. So my overall thoughts on this palette is that it's an amazing palette. I mean, quality is just Urban Decay standard. It's so pigmented, so creamy, so blendable, and it's just one of my favorite formulations of eyeshadows. The shades in here are gorgeous. You get really nice neutral smoky eyes out of this palette, as well as really bold smoky looks from it. I think it's a great mixture of being bold and classic Hollywood, which is exactly what Gwen Stefani is. So this palette just screams her, and I absolutely love it. I think everyone would love this, whether you're a beginner or someone who just already owns a ton of palettes like I do, I think this is great for traveling. I'm going to LA at the end of January for Generation Beauty, and I think I will be bringing this along because I'm going to get so many different looks out of this, and it has every color for a lot of different smoky eyes, so I absolutely love this palette. So again, this palette is $58 anywhere that you can get Urban Decay products. It is a pricey item, but you are getting 15 eyeshadows, 15 really great quality eyeshadows, so I think the price is definitely reasonable and justified, and I just would recommend this to anyone. That is it for this video, guys. I hope you found it helpful. If you have this palette, tell me what you think and let me know if you want to see makeup looks using this palette anytime soon. I would love to do them for you.